today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Minnesota Vikings taking on Deshaun Watson and the Carolina Panthers.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. 11 carries, 54 yards.
And well liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. They'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Elliott on the carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move.
It's again the ball carrier. Jerome Baker in on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got it 1st down as he's up to the 48. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good returns.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of 1st downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Ezekiel Elliott, the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
8-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On play action, here's Tua. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And it's intercepted. Picked up in the corner, Bradley Miller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Time
First and 10 at the 11. Sony Michel, his first carry. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line.
The tackle made by Miles.
The numbers a week ago for Michel. 8 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They're going for it. It's Watson. Got an open man. That's Campbell. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On third and long, it's Tagovailoa. And able to find Kirk complete. The 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
4 yards on.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
A gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3rd and 2, Watson. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Complete.
Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down.
And
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Sony Michel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
14.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Ezekiel
calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
47-yard line.
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session, because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
This is Scarborough. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He's taken down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 17, Watson. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Carolina.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Man open, it's Goodwin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And the Panther first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the turnover, it's Tua. It's caught in here by Willie Snead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm. Absolutely. They saw all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
The 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9. Brings up second and
maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Out of the gun, Watson. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Panthers.
Watson on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's second down. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson, deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Vikings 10.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive first and 10. They start the second half with Michel on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He was brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. From left side, caught by Goodwin.
Watson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
6-yard line.
On the ground is Michel. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Sonny Michel on the carry.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Watson on third down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? All right, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Tua going to throw. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. He'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Tua now on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Complete.
A gain of 6 there on first. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
On these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
A 4-yard gain.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
14. Vikings.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there. I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Smith catches left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Operating from the gun, Watson, and that is incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this will complete to Will Fuller.
Watson.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42.
The 3rd quarter.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing at the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of the 1st down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First, on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop him. I like the confidence he showed.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one...
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
It's a gain of 8.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Michelle, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
The tackle made by Miles.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
1st and goal.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run forward with Bo Scarborough. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Bo Scarborough, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own
Tua Tagovailoa and the offense heading back out. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown or the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And it's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. First down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and that'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Past the 20.
Intercepted by the Panthers.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Sony Michel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is up to 15 now. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Tua Tagovailoa and the offense heading back out. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. The rush too strong. They get there and take him down. A.J. Epinesa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Caught by Snead over the middle. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
After the interception, here's Watson. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the